I don't remember a time when I wasn't doing something musical or listening to music or hearing music in my head. It's a 24/7 thing. Curse of being a musician, I guess. I've played all over the country. I was in a band in the late 80s and early 90s that traveled a 9-state region, and we played 5 or 6 nights a week. The old saying, sex, drugs, and rock and roll it's a very real thing. And as a 21-year-old, fresh out of college and traveling on the road, and you're in a different city every week, there's a lot of vices that you can fall prey to, and it took me further and further from God without the church and without any structure in my life. I strayed pretty far from Him, and God put people in my life time and again, just when I needed them the most. At the lowest points in my life, He put people in my life that spoke truth into me. One day we were at a club watching one of the acts on the record label. After the show, they had asked me if I was saved, and I said, well, I have to do this and I have to do that. I don't remember exactly what I told them that I needed to do with my life, but I felt that I wasn't worthy. But they stopped and they said, are you saved? Do you believe that Jesus Christ is your Savior? Do you believe that in your heart? And they pointed at my heart, and I said, yes, absolutely. And they said, that's it. That's a done deal. You are saved. You don't have to do these other things. You just have to acknowledge that Christ is your Savior, and then you will have His salvation. Doesn't mean you're going to be without sin. It doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. It doesn't mean things are going to get easier. It just means that you're saved. And so that was a light bulb moment for me. I could always leave my burdens and my regrets and all the hurts and the hang-ups that I had. I could leave that. I could lay it at Jesus' feet, and He took all that burden for me. That's when I started playing in church, playing guitar in church, and I started to recognize that it was God that gave me all of the love of music, since He designed me that way before I was born. But it's been 20 some years now, and I've been playing in churches throughout the country, and I can't imagine life without doing worship and giving back in some small way. When I hear people say, I love to watch you play in church, or I love to hear you play, or I love to see the joy that you have when you play guitar in church. There's nothing better than that. And I've played hundreds of shows in front of thousands of people, but there's nothing like worship. There's nothing like giving back to God, and like I said, I just couldn't imagine my life without it. Couldn't imagine it.